Well, hello. I've been wondering where you were. How was your day? What's going on? It's 9 o'clock in Tennessee here. Can you hear me? I don't see that anybody's online here. Is this going to be one of those nights where we just don't do a live because there's nobody on here? Once you jump on, let me know if you can hear me. Is there a picture? Oftentimes guys are like, "Hey, I have a black screen," which is weird. I don't know what the issue is. So today we made a bunch of compact tear-offs that go on these stacked micro rigs. So there's Coyote stacked micros. We have right-hand and left-hand rigs. What does that mean? A right-handed rig is for a right-handed shooter. What does that mean? That means the rifle's in your right hand and you reload with your left. So a right-handed rig has the mags on the left-hand side because you're going to reload with your left hand. Now, that doesn't really matter. Most companies didn't even make a left and right hand rig, and the military doesn't have a left and right hand rig because this rig here, for instance, it's all right in front of you. It doesn't matter. But we do make a left hand rig if you want one. 8KM4 chest rigs, that's a bigger rig. Subgun micros. Shotgun rig, right? Very cool. Check it out. Zips down, pulls out, rolls into place. we do a lever gun chest rig, very similar to that. Hydro carriers, so you can put water on the back of your rigs. Lots of stuff, all kinds of stuff. Tool bags, bifold tool carriers. XL FUPAs, FUPA dangler, fanny packs, Coyote fanny packs finished up, XL FUPAs, normal FUPAs. We got stacks of these things going. More of them. We shipped tons of shit out today. Amanda shipped tons of stuff out today. Velcro adjustable holsters. Got a batch of, I think there's 60 crimper pouches there going. Pelter wraps. 3-cell pocket slides. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Would you look at it? Woodland pelter wraps also. Couple belts I cut tonight. Couple more. Looks like we're doing multicam black admin panels. FUPAs, 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 lots of FUPAs. Clothes bags. Can't read that other one. What are these? OD spent mag pouches with adjustable frags and smokes. Knife portfolios. These are pretty cool. These don't get a lot of love. They're actually very cool though. Oh, you thought that was going on a shirt, Charlie Wood? I don't know if I could sell it. I'll have stuff where I think it's super cool, and dudes on live are like, "Oh, it's awesome," and then we just sit on them. They don't sell out. Scott Taylor, what's up? Those rigs in every section left or right are all looking quality made. Yeah, we build everything right here, man. Josh, what's up? Dylan C. here from Wrangler Star. Right on, man. Welcome. Have you been on a video here before with us? Stacked and Coyote is the correct color and rig. Pierre, what's up? You like Coyote? It's because you don't know anything about this. You don't know nothing about that, Louie. You got the swap meet, Louie. Because Louis Vuitton never made a sweatsuit, but you're swearing up and down that you got the Louis loop. Is that the knife roll or it's the portfolio? It's the zipper one. 4 slots on each side internal. Set a new shipping record today. That's awesome, Evan. What was it? 500? Or you'd already hit 500? You did over 500? First time tuning in. Bought a bungee sling from you a month ago per Overton's recommendation. Right on, man. Thanks. Thanks for the order. Sony guts. How large of a folder will fit in the portfolio? Well, stream cut out. Now it's my stream cut out. Now it's my. I don't ever log into iTunes. It always wants me to log into iTunes. So we log into iTunes, and the very next day, it makes us log into iTunes, and I have to reset the password every day. It's always so I never log in. So this window pops up that says log into iTunes or the cloud. Maybe it's the cloud, and I never do. So I just have to decline it. I have to hit the button to refuse, and that's when it freezes until I hit the button. All right, let's see. So, SMF, those are the bigger striders. Here's some beautiful Microtech. That's all a carbon fiber. It's a PVD, photo deprivation. What's the stuff they put the black PVD? But it's got, as cool as this Microtech is, this clip is about useless, man. Unless you wear like dress pants or I don't know, a skirt or something. As cool as these knives are, I can't put them in my fucking real pockets. They just they don't go. DOC, that's the bigger one. Obviously, you would not want to put those two right there. The two biggest ones, I would stagger them and then put something smaller on the other side. That's Patriot Paradox. John doesn't make anything for plates. Roach, what's up, man? Super cool to see Wrangler Star rocking it. He really seems to like it, man. When we sent it, it was never with the intention of him doing videos. Like it didn't really even cross my mind. Some of his guys had some gear, and then Evan, some of the guys got some of Evan's gear into his hands, and then when Evan sent all the sample kits over, for the radio collaboration, he sent a lot of other SOE stuff over. Evan actually sent most of Evan's personal gear to him, and he just started showing it and loved it. Stacked with a FUPA over a slick carrier would be pretty badass. It would, and these are made right. These will integrate with your armor. Now, it won't work with all armor. Like, guys have this idea, when dudes are asking questions about the armor integration, They don't have a clue. Most of those dudes asking don't even have armor. Because if you had armor, you would know. That Velcro is ridiculous. Because if you did, you would know whether your armor was set up with the horizontal, the vertical bars to put repair hardware to clip these in place. This is basically going to replace the flap, your cummerbund flap. And then your cummerbund, if you don't have to have one, but if you're running it, those come in here and that flap locks over. This is going to replace that flap on carriers that allow for that. There's some company, a lot of companies make them, but there's way more companies building armor that don't have those features. And when the dudes are typically asking about it, they don't know. They don't have the armor. They haven't done the research on the armor. Brawl Dog, what's up, man? Just skating plate gang. First time catching a live. I've seen a lot of the shorts. Well, welcome, man. That's what we're doing the shorts for. You know, there's really zero monetization on shorts. The shorts are there to get your interest, to come over and watch. So all the shorts are made off of actual videos. Like the majority of the shorts you see come from our podcast, and we podcast. Scully and I sit down and do a podcast every Wednesday. Last week we did 3 hours of podcast. This week we did about 2.5 hours plus an hour podcast, an hour of video for Patreon. We just did a gear giveaway with thousands of dollars of gear. One person won all of that gear from the Patreon group. And a lot of the shorts are made in a manner that you can't get the full context of the video, but a lot of people will rage comment, and because of that, it spikes the algorithm. It also, people share that out because they misunderstood. Our guy that makes our shorts will intentionally remove, he'll take the most inflammatory pieces and remove the last couple of words. If the other couple of words were on the shorts, we wouldn't get any traction on them because they're just they're not what people think they are. And the hopes is to get you guys to convert and come over to the live feeds, and then you kind of get a sense, like you might watch the short and go, man, these guys are complete assholes. But then when you see and you can actually interact and talk and see what we actually do in this building, and you find out a little bit about us, then your opinion will change. Unprecedented to have access to the owner like this. Yeah, I started this company 35 years ago. I mean, show me another business, show me another sew shop, especially tactical gear industry, gun industry, where you can actually see inside the shop. Like, we do videos in the shop during the day and just walk around just so you see that we have real human beings here. Like, every one of these, this is the factory where we build all of this stuff. And it's not really a factory. I've got 3 times the light they said we needed. I've got twice the heat and air that they said we needed. Greetings from Poland. Well, welcome, man. Skating since the early 90s. Last night you said you put your ARs in a tool bag. Was that assembled or up or lower separate? I didn't say. No, I said I used to put my ARs in a clothes bag, fully assembled in a large clothes bag. Just wrapped them in beach towels. I'll give you 2 guesses why you can't see in the other guy's shops. You're only going to need 1. Yeah, I think that's the case, man. You hear so much about Made in the USA, but you never see, like, that's something to really be proud of, right? Like, I walk around the building and show you guys the sew floor, and we walk over here and show you how many boxes are shipping out each day. Like, these racks were filled twice today. We shipped all that stuff out. It's gone. You see every night, and that's kind of a sneak peek too, right? Every night you can get on here and go, that's coming up, right? That's gonna be available, so you know to look for it. All we have left, like, everything got boxed and shipped. All we have left from today is these ugly grocery bags, these Cali bags, some Pelter wraps. And this was the stuff that finished at the end of the day, right? They were running out these custom pieces I needed. In Tiger, we did a set in Marpat. There's a set in Woodland. We're running 60 crimper pouches. These guys do like landmine removal and EOD in countries that have been, where wars have been left ordnance behind. And it's an NGO group that goes over. So every few months, we build 60 crimper pouches. They go over and teach all these people how to, work the ordnance, and then they leave I think they leave the pouches. They buy them from us, but I think the pouches get left behind in country. Some belts we cut. Here's a bunch of FUPA danglers, or maybe they're not even danglers, but there's stacks of FUPAs. Like we're running stacks of FUPAs every day. It's funny because you'll see on Cody's videos, guys are like, oh my God, 8 to 12 weeks. I know for a fact one of those dudes that posted that, his shit shipped 2 days ago. Because the dude I know who he is. He emailed me this morning, said, when's my order going to ship? It's more discerning that your order shipped 2 days ago and you don't know it. Like, it's just baffling. Did Wrangler Star. Did Wrangler Star just do that video with the FUPA or the fanny pack? I don't think he has a fanny pack. The fanny pack is a smaller. The FUPA clamshells, it opens up all the way, and then it has these little loops on all four corners, so you can do a drawbridge with 550 cord. Overton. Also, those top ones on the front, you can run 550 cord through there and tie off a monkey fist or girth hitch or whatever and have that dangling outside, and then you can just rip that open. That's what those are originally intentioned for. We added the others so that you can set it up as a drawbridge like an admin panel has. Can't wait to get my order when shipped. Super excited. What'd you order? Shivo, what'd you order? It was with the FUPA. He said he uses it crossway. Yeah, so the FUPA is and he actually has a FUPA dangler. The FUPA and the FUPA dangler are the exact same thing, but the dangler has that Velcro panel that rips up, which allows you to fit it under most of our rigs. So these rigs have this Velcro panel on the back. You rip that off, and then this panel rips up, and it integrates, and it hangs right below. Why would you want that? Well, you can put anything in there. Most guys use it for medical. If you're banging, they'll have flash bangs or pyro demo in there. Breachers will have breacher tools and explosives in there. 40 mic, whether it be, or 37 millimeter less lethal stuff, he'll have specialty rounds, or in fact 40 millimeter like HEDP or loom rounds for marking or signaling. SSE, site surveillance and exploitation, so hard drives and evidence, you can put in there. You use it for anything. It just gives you more room. A few nights ago, you asked me if Shield Arms makes their fanny pack in-house. They don't. A company called So Team 6. I've not heard of them. I don't even know who Shield Arms is. Need a good admin pouch for the front. Not on this rig. You could put one, but it's not really for this rig. Admin panel, you're going to have something much larger. This is a very compact bullets and band-aids, right? It's 4 dedicated, very fast deployable magazines and a compact tear-off med kit. And you can put up to a 6-inch Izzy or a 4-inch. You put the 4-inch, you're going to be able to stuff some other stuff, gauze. You're going to put the, several quick clots in there. It's got a slot inside for an MPA 14-gauge needle. These are set up bungee. If you don't like bungee, they're also set up Velcro lined. What's the Velcro lining for? The Velcro lining is because you can take a 1-inch dot or square adhesive backed Velcro and put it on each of your mags. Why is it on the front and the back? So you can index your magazines either direction. Now you could put Velcro on both sides of the mag. What you will find is it is too much retention and you won't get them out when you need them out. 1 inch, you can hang upside down with this rig and bounce around upside down, and the magazine will not come out until you pull it out. The SEALs did that for 2 decades. FUPA Dangler, black multicam tool pouch. Black multicam, yeah, you're waiting on some of the pieces. Yeah, you're just waiting on some of the pieces. Chances are most of it's in a box already. Just ordered Fupa Dangler in Coyote. Thank you for your order, man. Do AR mags fit the AK rig? They do. The big AK rig is the same pocket set that's on the AK M4 Micro. So you're going to get two M4 mags or two AKs. These hold AK or M4 mags also, these stacked micros. Adam Hall, hey, what's up, man? Joshua Winnie, yes, they do. The pattern and the rig is Give Me the Fizz. This is the only one of these, boys. This is the only one of these. You might be able to bribe me with lots of money to build some more of them. Does Bear or anyone make an IFAC that fits your chest rig? Yeah, Bear would. Bear would. TAC Response's VOC will fit. But you could buy the components yourself. But yeah, you could take, I'm sure Bear has several of them that'll fit. I think he sells just a contents kit. I know he sells items. And by Bear, if you're not Bear, they mean Refuge Medical is who he's talking about. So NPA 14 gauge needles, right? Same here. And then you can put your 6-inch in here. You can put several flat tack Z-fold quick clots over here, or you can put H&H gauze for wound packing. And then if you put a 4-inch in here, you can stack. You can put the compact hyphens in here, or you can put a folded full-size chest seal back in there too. And then this panel here, this whole panel is also a pocket. So if you don't want to fold your hyphens or your chest seals, you can put them inside the panel there. M81 M4 AK chest rig soon. Probably not. Did you order one? The only way that'll happen is if you send an email and we put one online and you pre-order it. The AK M4 chest rig, we don't sell a lot of them. They don't move. That's why we only run them every couple years. I made that rig for Kayla, and I don't know why we even did it. The NSW rig has much more features on it. Pierre, that one's Scully's. Bob Lester, what's up, man? That one's actually a friend of ours, a group dude. Scully and a couple dudes are going to a class that Tavor is putting on. Refuge SOE collaboration. Man, I'd love to. Bear has hit me up a dozen times about building product. We sell everything we make. I cannot OEM for somebody else. Like I can only make so much. There's no margin to give a dealer or anyone else. Does a Glock 19 fit the yeah, a 21 fits the regular FUPA, guys. It just depends on which holsters you're putting in it. Yeah, you can put a fucking big gun in there. You just can't put other shit. Well, ask Bob, right? Bob has a FUPA. Bob, what fits in? What do you like in your FUPA? Whatever happened to Corey and Erica? They divorced. I don't know if you guys know. He's like a super high-end, high-dollar tattoo artist. He has a studio. Occasionally I see social media. She's remarried, I think, has some more kids. I see Corey make posts every now and then. Every now and then I'll see that he's liked some post I've made. I have not spoken to either of them in years. Glock 19 X300. There you go. Coyote FUPA yesterday. What do you think of it, Jim? Was it what you thought? Was it more than, were you very happy when you got it and you're like, man, this is better than I thought? Glock 19, Surefire 300, FUPA Kydex holster. FUPA XL fits Glock 19 with room for everything else you'd want. Yeah. Yeah, you can put all kinds of shit in there. We make all the cards that go inside. You can run anywhere from a 3-mag to a 4-mag pistol card. The 5-mag will not fit in the normal size FUPA. You can put a 4-mag card in there. Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum in the FUPA. Overton, what size barrel? I would think the XL, but I'm sure there's all kinds of different sized barrels. Any 8 mags in Woodland? What are we talking about? Are we talking about this AKM4 chest rig, or are we talking about an 8 mag stacked? Wallet, phone, key fob in the front pouch. Bob's key fob says Lamborghini. Have you made any hard case knife rigs? Hard case knife? No, I don't know what that is. I'm kidding, but now I have to try 8 3/4 barrel. I'd be curious to see. I'll bet it fits in there, but it's not going to fit in there in a in a holster. It's just like the fanny pack. I love the fanny pack, right? You're not going to put a holstered gun in there, though. It doesn't open all the way up. You could totally put a Glock 19 in there, just not inside a holster. Hard case knife rolls. Chef, buddy, I don't know what that is, man. So I'm going to go with I have not made that. What bags or zipper pouches go inside the tool bag? Trying to find it on your website. Cameron, if you're on my website, go to tool bag. There are several videos embedded right there. We've spent a lot of money making very good videos, high quality videos, showing all of that. And if you go to this YouTube page, Special Operations Equipment, and in the little magnifying bar, the little magnifying glass, put in tool bag, you will see a dozen videos where we show what we actually carry in our bags, and we actually turn the bags inside out showing you. Now I will answer your question, but the videos are way better. On a tool bag, each wall you can put 2 small mesh pockets, or you can put 1 large mesh pocket. The small pocket is half the size of the large. So you could put 4 mesh pockets inside, 2 small on each wall, or you could put 1 large on each wall, or 2 and 1. Now when you do that, you still have a ton of room down the middle. You can put a lot more shit down the middle. You could take one of these PALS pockets that doesn't have Velcro, and you could put several of these in the middle and pull these out as modules as you need them. You can also put tool pods in there and stack them up, and we have them with mesh so you can see what's in there, and we have them without mesh if you have a bunch of like pointy screwdrivers in there and you don't want them poking through the mesh. Another great option are these flat packs, and we make them 4 inches, 5 inches, and 6 inches. These inside look like this. They're lined. So we've given you a piece of Velcro. You can put the opposing piece of Velcro on there and just write in Sharpie box wrenches, screwdrivers, fasteners, fittings. And that's why they're like that. I took an old Kydex holster, put Velcro. Yeah, Jim, that's what the seal. So the first NSW rigs that we made, all the NSW rigs, you see this pocket here? The rig is split. There's Velcro in there front and back. We have a cradle in there that you can adjust the height on for little radios. The seals originally were carrying 226s, and they were in Blade Tech holsters. They were taking the Blade Tech holster and taking the belt attachments off, wrapping them in hook Velcro. You put cardboard around it, slide it in the depth you want, and then pull the cardboard out, and it mates with the Velcro in there. So they were carrying their guns cross-draw on their rigs. Same thing. Flat packs are awesome for anything you want to set. They are very awesome, yes. Wrangler Star, what's up, man? How are you? And that was me on the live feed earlier also. If you ever see, for anybody, if you ever see me out on a live feed doing super chats or anything, that's always me. Wrangler Star. My wife spent about an hour on the jeans site that you wear. I can't remember the name of it. And she was looking for women's jeans. And apparently they actually made a pair of women's jeans at one point. She found for sale secondhand, but they don't list any female jeans, or I should call them pants, I guess, on the site. Is it Raven? Ironheart. There it is. Ironheart. Thank you. I took an old Kydex. John does some dive powder on his. Oh, Dixie powder. Pixie dust. Is the video guy Brandel. Brandel shoots a lot of video, edits some video. Austin edits the majority of the video, and makes all the shorts and does the social media posting. And then in any of the Panic Prepper scripts, Austin's an amazing script writer. I have to, when I'm reading them, I have to stop like mid-sentence. I'm like, where did you get this from? I went to watch that short that Wrangler Star put up, and then it said it was removed. But when you back out of it, you can see kind of the beginning of it, like the thumbnail. Ordered a flat pack that ships a day. First piece of SOE gear. Also have the Wrangler Star radio collapse. Well, thank you for your order, man. I've seen a bag you did that holds pocket knives. Do you make one for kitchen knives? I do not. No, I sure don't. You'd have to, I mean, it would work if you did edge guards on all your knives. But there's so many different, I mean, look here. Okay, so I have Wustovs. What am I saying? I have Shuns. I love the Shuns, right? But they're brittle. They're great. We use these. This is what gets used the most. I've got Shuns. Love them. I've got Hinkles, like real Hinkles. I've got a full set of Wustovs. Some of my, I don't even know where all my Wustovs are. So, I mean, we have a lot of knives. And there's so many sizes of them. Of course, you have super high end. Dude, you have chef in your name. So that set of Wustovs, and I think too, like when people say, oh, you know, you have high end things, or, you know, you have to I'm 52 years old, right? I've run this company for 35 years. And when people, because some guys would have the attitude of, oh, it must be nice. And I'm like, yeah, it's really nice. Do you want me to tell you how you get that? Like my first shop, so Strider Knives, right? Dwayne from Strider Knives says, hey, we should share a shop. But what he really meant was, you should pay for the entire shop, and I'll just take this little closet area in the shop. So when I rolled up to the first shop in Oceanside, I had a K5 Blazer, 36-inch tires. It's 32 miles from my mother's house. And when I drove there, it takes about an hour to get there with traffic in San Diego. When I pulled up to the shop the first time, I ran out of gas. Like I didn't even have any money in my pockets. I literally, as I'm driving up to the shop, run out of gas. I lived in the shop for 30 days. I slept, there was no shower or bathtub or anything. I just took, you know, just a horse bath, and I slept on a stack of cardboard, not even cardboard boxes, just a stack of cardboard and an isomat and a poncho liner. Not bad. Better than jail. I mean, it's better than a lot of people live. No, it's not hard, right? It's just what you're willing to do. I didn't leave the shop for 3 months. I literally sewed and sewed and sewed, and then a Marine would walk in, and I would trade him MREs. When the Marines would go to the field, they'd get issued MREs. When they come back from the field, that stuff just all went in the dumpster. So I was able to trade them food, right? So for 30 days, I just ate MREs. Not bad. I always see guys like, oh, I hate MRE. I don't mind MREs. I like to eat. But that's food. And I mean, you get creative. You take the crackers and you mix them up with the peaches, and every one of them comes with a dessert. So I put on like 20 pounds in a month eating MREs. But I did that for a long time, right? We didn't have a house. Like Amanda and I and our 3 children lived in a bedroom. Like that's where we for a couple years. So being 52 now, I have some things, and I was thinking about that today too. When people come, they're like, "Man, how did you get all this?" Well, it's accumulative, right? I lived in Tennessee for 18 years now. I didn't just go buy a skid steer and a tractor and side by sides and 4-wheelers and Porsches and all 12. There's 12 trucks out here, right? That happened over time. It happened over many, many years, and now everything has gone so high up in price, right? But I've also spent a lot of time buying stuff that just doesn't matter, and that's what I tell young people. I'm like, those things that you get in this habit where, especially preppers, right? They get on Amazon and they just get in these groups and they're like, I have $20 to spend. What should I buy? And they get that endorphin release, right? You feel good when you buy that thing, but you don't care anything about it. And you don't have anything of quality in your life, and you haven't built a foundation. Like, you haven't bought any good tools or anything. And because they're always spending that 20 and they never save the 100, and the 100 never becomes 1,000, right? And they haven't put any money away. They haven't really developed any skills. They're just always jumping from thing to thing. So the Wusthof knives, that set of Wusthof knives in there, is actually probably close to 25 or more years old. When I got my first American Express Gold card, the first thing I went and bought was that set of Wusthof knives. There was a cutlery shop in University Town Center. There was an Adventure 16, and Adventure 16 was really neat. It's a very cool outdoor store, and they had some very big ones in San Diego, 2 levels, and they had kayaking and steep angle rescue and mountain climbing and top rope stuff, and I mean, you name it. If you were going outside to do anything adventure type stuff, we also had Adventure 16 and then REI, but Sport Chalet was like a much cooler REI. They had scuba gear and I mean, everything there. It's where we bought the first webbing. Like, that's why when we were building gear originally, all that we could afford to buy was black webbing. To get green webbing, you had to buy a die lot, right? So I need 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2 inch webbing. That's $5,000 for 1 inch, $5,000 for 1.5 inch, $5,000 for 2 inch. I didn't have $15,000 to buy color match webbing, but I could buy this webbing by the foot at REI or Sport Chalet. So I got to spend a lot of time there. I had a reason to go there, but it was just kind of a destination, right? You would kind of go to the mall, but we didn't really sit down and watch movies. So we would go and just get something to eat at one of the restaurants in the mall, or just something kind of and walk around, and you'd have a coffee and you'd go to Adventure 16 and you could be there for 2 hours, right? You'd buy some trinket or something, but it was just, it was neat. But those Wusthof knives, I've had them for a very, very long time. I've been through the last 2 gens. There's a guy has a YouTube channel, and all he does is eat old military food. When we moved into this building, I had some of the original chocolate brown wrapper MREs. We opened them up out in the garage and we ate them. Every one of them was still good. 90s MREs were not the greatest. Only thing I would fight over is jalapeno cheese. That's what I was eating, buddy. I loved Adventure 16. Used to go to Oceanside. So There was a dude named Larry, a recon Marine, worked for me for a while. He was working there at the A-16 in Oceanside. The original A-16 was in, I guess it's Mission Valley on the way to Santee. Gregory Backpacks was actually downstairs from them when Gregory opened up. And then Gregory was bought by Bianchi, and they moved up to Temecula. Got the mesh pockets for the large tool bag. Absolutely love the setup. Makes a world of difference. Now we do 3 sizes actually. But meat and potatoes is the small mesh pocket and the large mesh pocket. And the small mesh pocket is twice the size of the small is half the size of the large. And I use the small unless you have long items that won't fit in the small. Because if you take the large and you stick a bunch of stuff in there, it all falls over and you got to sort through it. So unless you have longer things that require the large, I prefer more of the smaller pockets. And then on the front, you can put like our shotgun cards, for instance, and you can put pins and stuff down in those. You can do it like a dual or triple pistol card, and you can hang your knives, inside or outside off the clips. And then Evan really likes those. He uses them for cable management. He just takes all his charged cables and such and puts them down inside those loops. Robbie Bobby, how are you, man? His MRE videos are awesome. He ate World War II rations from that. Yeah, I saw it. Steve, 1980. Yep, I think that's the dude. Take some years to get things going on accumulate driven. Well, yeah, and the other thing I guess I just didn't get it all the way out is we accumulate so much stuff that just doesn't matter anymore. I mean, I think about all the stuff you bought. How many people go and buy a television and it's just there? I mean, it just eats your time, right? It shuts your production off, your productivity and your creativity, right? It's amusement, right? The rawest form of amusement is to not breathe, or is to not think. I was thinking conspire is to breathe together. Went with one small, one large to keep the breach. Oh yeah, David? What have you opened with breech pins? Like, can you take a breech pin and go right through like just a cheapy master lock with that, or could you breech pin, metal hinges on doors and such on commercial buildings? And if you have breech pins, I'm assuming you are into non-permissive environments or something, or you're a breacher of some sort. Is it true that a bump key will get you through 90% of locks? Being in a small town, how do you deal with employee retention? Challenges we face at my employer being in a medium. So pay them more than they're worth, Scott. Pay your good employees. Pay them more than they're worth. And then you have the ability to, when you're a higher paid employer, people will seek you out, right? We have people on my floor that have been here 5-6 years that make more than their moms who work at Carhartt. There's a Carhartt here in town. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, you should steal the Carhartt employees. Most Carhartt employees are not skilled. Most sewing factory employees can't sew. It's automated machines. They do one task over and over. They have timing or marks on the material, or they have black lights that illuminate, and they just have a clamp machine. It's air compressed, clamps it down, and it's a programmable machine. And I know a lot of people are going, oh, you should do that. We don't build thousands of any one thing. We build small runs. We're more boutique. If you see somebody working here, they are highly skilled compared to any other sewing factory. That's why when you look at a lot of gear, especially in this industry, there is very, very little sewing on it. Everything is laser cut. It's made out of different materials, laminates and stuff, but there is very, very minimal sewing, and the sewing that is in them. That's why you see a lot of these companies they don't offer a lot of products. They offer a lot of a few products because it's easily assembled. China sweatshop operates. Man, I watched some China sweatshop. They're not sweatshops, but some Chinese textile manufacturing Instagram and TikTok pages. And I look at some of that and I'm like, we could do that, and we'll implement something. I actually learn a lot watching other companies, and most of them are in like Vietnam or China. Will the small utility pouch fit on the side of an M4? Not really. Yes, it will. One column, right? There's two columns on the small utility. There's only one column on the side of the AKM4 Micro or this stacked. But what you could do, and I've seen guys do, is attach it to one channel and then zip tie it through the webbing right here to that other channel. Now it's going to stick further over, but it'll do it. I mean, we used to do stuff all the time. If you looked at how Recon and the SEALs and stuff were setting up all their gear, everything was zip tied. Or cord out 550. They would take and pull the core out of 550 and then tie it, in place where they want it, and they'd usually do it as an X, right? So they're going to catch it this way and this way, put their knot in, and then super glue it. Irish, go back to work, buddy. Tom Roberts, what's up, man? Chuck Peoples, how are you? So Andy Frisella was talking about employee retention, and he said, we pay our employees way more than they're worth, so they know that they're not outlook. They know there is no other job that's going to pay them more. They have a vested interest in keeping that job because they know they're getting paid more than the industry pays, so they are more apt to perform in order to keep the job also. Now, he's got 1,500 some employees, right? I have 20 on a good day. I have 52 sewing machines, and we've never seen 20 run on the same day either. But our crew is good right now, and the way the environment and economy is right now, while you keep hearing there's tons of work out there, there's not tons of work for everyone. And the work that's out there, you hear that there's $20 work at McDonald's and such, but I talk to people that are working and they're making, $10 an hour at McDonald's. So we have people who have left here who are now coming back. We have people who have moved from here who are coming back. And there is a large influx of people moving to this small town. I think that's happening everywhere. So we've had 2 more people come back to work who have worked here in the past. We've got a new girl working right now that's doing really well. I have one working that we're going to probably terminate very soon. And I have another one who has worked here off and on several times who wants to come back to work. But I've got probably 12 machines. We could probably put 12 people on the floor tomorrow ready to go, like without even having to roll any machines around or anything. Ordered a black Fupa XL. When did you order that? I think I actually have some of those. Oh yeah, we feed them. We feed them lunch. We feed them a really good lunch, like legit lunch, like $25 a plate lunch. Yeah, we feed lunch. There's a gym here. Nobody uses it, but I mean I use it. Amanda uses it, but they could work out. We give them a shirt we print a new shirt every week. This is the shirt, by the way. Try that in a small town. Around here, we take care of our own, is what it says on the back. And we print a new shirt. We do 120 pieces every Monday. And then I have another box that comes in for like influencers and me and some people we send stuff to. But we give all of our employees a shirt every week. So you're going to get 52 shirts every week also. 500 Magnum fits perfect in the Fupa depending on care. Yeah, exactly. Right on. So does the barrel hang out one side? Wish the company I work for thought that way. Sadly, they do not. So what do you do, man? Like what for work? What does your company do? If I was in Tennessee, I'd give sewing a shot. In for a breech pin and breeching class. Finished making custom aluminum fuel cell powder coated for boat today. That's cool, man. I want some of those big hedgehogs, the anti-tank traps. I saw a company, an off-road company in Kentucky was making them. About 6 inches of it sticks out. Do you have one of the day pack pods I could see? I don't make anything called a day pack pod. I don't know what we're talking about. Do you mean, do I have a day pack you can see? See Marpat? You don't see no Marpat. You can't, Marpat doesn't show up on video. The H, yeah, they're not H's, they're like an X with an extra bar. They're called hedgehogs. Work for a hospital. I'm a registered nurse on a trauma unit working nights. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. It seems like that job gets more and more difficult. Like just, you know, silly shit that happens. And more of it's management, right? Not even the customer. Yeah, out of an I-beam, exactly. Oh, do you mean a day pack side pouch, buddy? When you guys throw things out there, I'm not like, I don't know what you're talking about because I'm trying to be an asshole and make you use the right name. I legitimately, it's just not in my head. It's just flat in there. It's not gonna hold, I can't get it to hold shape without filling it up, but you get the idea. It fills up the 3 columns on the side of the day pack. It runs, if you ever see this, right? So PALS is 1-inch webbing across. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10 inches tall, roughly. That's how you can kind of look at a picture and figure out the sizing on stuff. Biggest struggle in sourcing USA made raw materials. Is there a market there for that? I know for a lot of stuff it comes out of Europe or Mexico. I don't think any textile stuff's coming out of Europe or Mexico that I'm aware of. Most of it's offshore Orient type stuff. Taiwan, Vietnam, China. There are USA goods. We use as much USA goods as we can. Our Cobra buckles come from Austria, right? Coming through Canada. All of our other stuff's almost all USA made. More and more stuff. We have mills that we order from that I've done business with for 30 years, and only in the last year have they not had stuff ready to ship. I ordered Cordura today, multicam Cordura. They have none in multicam. And she said something about, because they're changing manufacturing over PUFAs, you know, the forever chemical stuff. So I didn't really understand everything she had typed out, but the answer is they don't have it, and they don't have a date on it. I ordered a bunch of Cordura, but they don't have any multicam. And multicam seems to be the one that they're consistently out of. Just placed an order for Woodland M4 micro and small utility. Thanks for the order, man. How many yards to get a good? There's no good deal, Jeff. They're literally doing it like commodities. I order, and then they tell me how much per yard it is. There is not a good deal. Wife thinks the barrel sticks out 3 inches. I say 6. Woman, yeah, Overton. You got to be like, woman. Women understand loud noises. They're like bears, right? You got to get their attention. When you walk in a restaurant, the first you need to be like, woman, and just see who looks, you know, because some are probably going to get up and leave, and then there's going to be a table available for you. And you're going to know kind of who the alphas are at each table. You getting ready to order stuff for CQB? Been hearing a lot more about the Self-Reliance Festival. Does that keep getting bigger? Yeah, we'll have 1,000 here. We'll have 1,000 here this time. I think we had 700 so last time. I've had 960 on the property just, for one of the parties. But yeah, it's enormous. Joel Salatin will be here. Chuck Peoples is doing a medical class. There's a Homestead Patrol class going on. There's, just the vendors. Evan Dixon's doing a 2-day radio class on Thursday and Friday. There's just huge names coming in. We've grown it. It's big enough that people are asking us to come to it. We're not having to chase people. Ranger, no, we don't do anything in Ranger Green, buddy. We do OD Green. And do I have it? No, I don't have it to ship to you. It is open on the website. The orders are batched up, and they will be built shortly. This is what the OD Green looks like. That one happens to have black on it, but when we do them, they will be solid. We do have order options on stuff that says OD Black, which looks like that. This is what OD looks like. Flock of women following you around. Yeah, it does. That's true. Do I have woodland camo stuff? Yeah, we do M81. We had a ton of woodland stuff last week. Like everything we make, for the most part, sells out. And when I say, how many people on here? 115 people. Out of the 115 people on here, how many of you guys are consistently here? And what people don't realize too, like on an online community, if there's 115 people on here, 50 of these guys, we know each other. Like they've actually been here. There's a school in town called Tactical Response. That's why I moved here. James Yeager's school. And they had 7,500 students come through here a year, right? So we're here a lot. Like we know each other. We have parties a couple times a year where we'll have 1,000 people that literally fly from other countries to come here. So, and why I say all that to say, these guys will tell you, I can tell you all day long how great my stuff is and how important it is and how fast it sells out. But more important are people that have it telling you that. So yeah, we do woodland stuff. It looks like this. These are woodland small clothes bags. We built a ton of rigs in the last couple weeks that were woodland. They're all gone. The last of them shipped out a day or so ago. This is a woodland split front 5.56 chest rig that'll also hold AK. These are woodland grocery bags, and it's actually called M81 woodland. This is a tool apron. It's great for processing, game, working around anything where you need to hold tools. It's good for gardening, mountain bike repair stuff, servicing. This here is a bifold tool carrier. And it comes with 2 small mesh pockets and a large. And these can be removed. You can rip these out. Makes a great shooting kit. You can use it for tools. You can use it for art supplies. Use it for whatever. Can I show some pictures in a FUPA? What did he specifically ask? Yeah, FUPA XL. Give me a minute. I can get some stuff. Now you can put pockets in these. Most people will put magazine cards in here. Get a bank account just for you. Okay. So the footprint in this is not perfect for 2 small mesh pockets. You, however, you can put 2 small mesh pockets in them. But it's not ideal, right? And I know it looks all Goonie Bird right now. It's really not when you fill them out. If you want to put pockets in them, you're probably better off with the extra smalls and a small. But you can put a 4 mag pistol card in here. You can put a 3 mag rifle card in here. We make singles and doubles, pistol mag cards. And what that is it's a Velcro card on scuba webbing. It's Velcro with elastic loops. It's 1.5 elastic. And it doesn't have to be pistol mags, right? You can put a folding knife. You can put a multi-tool. You can put a Surefire light in there. You can put anything of those sizes that you want to index and keep in place. Does that answer, is that what you were looking for? Does that answer your question? Two small mesh pockets fit in the food bag. Well, yes, but not on one wall, right? Is that what you're saying? Because this is an XL, and 2 will barely fit on the wall, and not ideally. You can totally put them, 1 though on each wall. 100% you can. Hear that Velcro creaking? It's shifting. And thank you for the super chat, Nicholas. Can't wait to order and agreed similar hobbies. We can know each other. Yeah, man, absolutely. How does the camping work at SRF? Can the campers park near the site or camping parks off-site? So there's both. You're going to want to get here early if you have a camper for sure. You cannot park with your camper on the property here. We are filling it up with tents and vendors and all kinds of stuff. There's a gas station next door that has a big lot. Part of it's concrete, part of it is dirt. We have a deal with him. I don't know what it cost. It was not very much, though, to park there. And you can overnight there. There is a hotel that was razed to the ground. It's probably about a half a mile from here. There's an enormous concrete and asphalt parking lot where they took a hotel down and then removed all the debris and rubble. You can park there. Nobody's going to harass you or give you a problem. I bush hog the property next door. We don't own it. The city owns it, and you could totally park there, and nobody's going to give you a hassle there either. Woodland Marbat, nerdy rifleman interested. Could you show some pictures of your rifle slings? Guys, I have the website is SOE Tactical Gear. Not all products, but all of the meat and potato products have videos of them. You can see videos, you can see photos, and I'm not telling you that because I'm not going to show you. I'm telling you that because they're better than what I'm going to show you. You have a small pouch that would work for a Glock 43 mag. I think regular mag pouches would be too big. Here's a little tip for your smaller mags. You could take regular mag pouches, because I don't. I'll show you what I do have. You can take regular mag pouches and just put something in the bottom. You can put a bandage in the bottom. You can put foam in the bottom. You can put some foamy earplugs in the bottom. You can put all kinds of stuff to bump it up so that it will function properly. Now, we make single pistol mags, but I also make multi-tool pouches. So if you wanted something smaller that's more dedicated, you could totally go with one of our multi-tool pouches. with OD green and Ranger green material, is there a dye difference for the material? It's just the color, man. It's the Pantone. Okay, what sling were you asking about? Fascinating to see all the products and ideas you came with. Thanks, man. I don't see that comment about the sling. What sling were you asking about? Here's single point slings, 2-point slings, which attach to the rifle front and back, camo single point slings, more 2-point slings, convertible, which is a 2-point sling that will unclip from the front and clip to this D-ring on the back, thus making it a single point sling. If you were tent camping, can your vehicle be with your tent? No. We let guys come in and set up tent. We use the back 3 acres or so, and you can set up tents. Your vehicle, unless you have a VIP pass, your vehicle will not be on the property here. Like have you seen any of the videos? I have tons of drone footage in my videos, my day on the compound videos. So you can see exactly how big and where the property is. We're 10 acres. We fill it, every bit of it. How would you mount a holster in the fanny pack? You won't. You can mount a holster in the FUPA, but the fanny pack, are you calling the FUPA? We make a product called a fanny pack. It is smaller. Is this what we're talking about? There is no Velcro in there. There is a big pocket on the back that's flat. I can't show you this one here. Big pocket, and then another one on the front, and then there's 2 pockets on the front of that. You could put a Glock 19 in here, it'll fit. You're not going to put any type of holster in there though. It's what we did all through the 90s. We just put the gun in the bag. I'm not telling you to do that. You do with what you're comfortable. Tons of guys carry a revolver in their pocket, right? Wild times. Cocaine alligator. Woodland slings look fire too. Oh, the padded slings? Yeah, they're great. Yeah, okay, so I think I showed you what you were asking for. So he makes a Velcro back slide holster that I use in a FUPA XL. Yeah, it won't mount in the fanny pack though. So the Velcro adjustable holster, let me show you. Okay, the Velcro adjustable holster is Velcro and it's adjustable. You just put your thing here, whatever you want to put there. You just bring this in and you just move this until it's as tight as you want or as loose as you want. Now, you can put an aerosol can in this. You can put big mag lights in here. You can wrap this around your DeWalt, your Makita, or your Milwaukee impact drivers or drills. They'll hold those, or any, type of pistol. Flashlight, I need one for my fat torch. Yep, it would do it. Use a utility clip on the holster and clip it into the large. Yeah, you totally could. You totally could do that. Yep, but not in that fanny pack. I mean, maybe there's going to be some guns small enough when it's in Kydex that you could do that. Will the Kimlite card work for 20 gauge shells? I don't know the answer to that. I'm gonna go with no. The 12 gauge will work with it. Put the gun in with the holster, just 550, it to the fanny pack. So when you draw the gun, the holster, yeah, they make a trigger guard thing like that. Carry Glock 43 loose in the fanny pack all the time. Yep. Guys, like the 19 fits in there. Glock 43 mags work in the pistol mag cards perfectly. How much would a 2-minute run, 5-gallon bucket sake cost at SOE? I don't know what we're talking about. How much would a 2-minute run, 5-gallon bucket, are we saying sake? Multi-cam rig hanging on the wall. That is that, so I can look it up. AK M4 chest rig, not the AK M4 micro rig. AK M4 chest rig. Put my normal carry holster in the Velcro holster to get the full retention. Yeah, you can for sure. There's a video of him doing it today. Flat rate for whatever you can fit in. Oh, I see what you're saying. Any piece of gear you always want to make that never have? No, I've made everything, man. Get a regular mag pouch and some Kydex inserts for smaller mag. You just sent an email about hedgehogs? $6,000 was the price I saw per. I'm not a buyer at 6. It's an art installation, really. That's what it is here. The FUPA hitch points in combo with those Kydex trigger guards are ideal. That's what those points are in there for. They're also in there, the top ones, so you can run 550 out and hang them between the zippers, and you can rip your bag open. Yes, I've made several parachute packs, actually, pack trays. What's the capacity of your equipment on your end? Isaac Barrett, I don't know. How much can we put out? I don't know. It depends what it is, man. I need 20 more employees. You get a 5-gallon bucket in 2 minutes. I wouldn't do that. I can sell everything I make. I don't need to do a discount run. Like I don't need to bribe people to build it. We actually have stuff that's not online so that I still have it in the store. What can the skid steer pick up? I don't know. The skid steer has been able to pick up anything that I know it'll pick up a 330 gallon or 300 gallon tote of liquid. I don't know what the capacity. Everything I've tried to pick up, it'll pick up. Is there a trick for making the monkey fist FUPA pull work better? So Overton, I don't know how to make a monkey fist. Like Eagle and Blackhawk and all those guys, they literally just gave you some 550 cord. So there's all kinds of dudes that are super fancy making monkey fists and stuff and like knife lanyards and shit. There's guys that have whole entire companies based off of that. But I would just take, I mean, everybody has 550, right? It's like, I was thinking about that today. Like, everybody that's has any type of tactical gear and carries a gun and equipment and stuff, a man should always have 550 cord, Riggers tape, 100 mile an hour tape, Gorilla tape, malice clips, stuff like that, right? So I assume that everybody has 550 cord. I would just play with it. I'd start with maybe 20 inches and, you know, take the ends and tie it off however you're going to tie it off. I'm sure most of you guys are Boy Scouts or Eagle Scouts, so you've got some fancy knot. But just, you know, get you a loop and then girth hitch it. Here, you should probably have one of these too, rope cutter. You can buy one for like 50 bucks. So once you have that, you know, just loop that sucker around one of those loops, girth hitch it, right? That's a girth hitch. And then get fancy, just look online. I don't know how to make monkey fists or fancy cord stuff, but I mean, there's a million ways to do it, but heck, you could just have that. So you just make it however long you want it. So your zippers just kiss up against this, and when you grab this, it will literally rip that pack all the way open. Opinions on what? Opinions on Bulbmin. Search them on. I have no idea who they are. I don't even know. I don't even know what realm that is. What is it? Ordered Surefire A2 pouch to try with a seatbelt cutter. I don't think it'll fit a seatbelt cutter. I mean, maybe. I mean, there's different kinds, right? Are we talking line cutter for like suspension lines? Or are we talking like the Gerber, you know, little hook deal? Dad had retirement party today. He delivered 6,000 That's awesome, man. My buttstock to sling spare retention is paracord weave. Yeah, for sure. So, here, I'll just throw this on and see if I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So you got this little 550 cord loop right here, right? I don't know how long this is. I would guess it was about 20 inches. So you could make it much smaller. You could get one, you know, buy one with a ball bearing in it, whatever, buy a ball bearing. There's tons. My kid used to make those. So there it is, right? You just rip it, and it rips the bag open because the zippers are just butted up right against it here. So you can just grab, and you could totally not have, like when I was carrying a gun in a fanny pack, I didn't have zipper pulls. Like I had the zipper pulls off. So when I went to grab that, the only thing that was there was this cord. Now that was before there was ever Kydex. Like it was in the 90s when I had an Eagle fanny pack, and you know, it was a Glock 17 that was in it. It's a small cylindrical cutter size of a fat Sharpie. Cool. Gloves and zippers don't work. You got the wrong gloves in, because I've always like I don't know what your background is. I have never had a glove and zipper issue. Not ever have I. Water and gloves and zippers, I was still able to manipulate zippers. The big Patreon giveaway, we did it. The video will be coming up shortly. We've already picked the winner. The video is not out. We shot the video yesterday. We recorded about an hour for Patreon. Kubota 75 tipping load is about 4,500 pounds, depending on how close the load is to the boom. Good info, man. So I had pallet forks, Titan attachment pallet forks. Tight attachment's fine for, homeowner, you know. But I had them on the bucket, and the tipping was much worse. Bob gave me a set of commercial. He has a bunch of Bobcats. Gave me a set of commercial, actual pallet forks. Man, game changer. It's great. I use the Kubota in here quite often to just lift furniture and stuff upstairs. This railing comes off of here, and I'm like, that's how I'll get this chest up here probably. We'll probably put this on the pallet for it. We'll probably put this on a pallet, strap it down to the pallet, and then we'll lift the pallet up top and then just walk it off. Now, I know this isn't heavy. It's not what we're talking about, but tire stripe I saw. It looks good. It looks really good. The bucket almost half the tip weight. Yeah, no kid. Well, I don't know about the weight, but it's the fulcrum, man. It's just so far out there. Pretty sure I can make hedgehogs for around 2,000 pounds. Just guessing. That's cool, man. Really, I need a small string like you have. 550 cord, buddy. We should be selling it. It's just we are spread so thin. I am missing money all over the place, right? We should be selling 550 cord. We should be selling all kinds of stuff. We are doing everything we can do. I mean, it's what time is it right now? 10 o'clock? I'm here. It's still. Fastex or Velcro better for mag pouches? Personal preference, man. You'll hear a lot of goobers on the internet. Oh my God, Velcro. Oh my God, they're going to hear the Velcro. You just dumped 30 rounds of ammo. Well, I have a suppressor. No, you don't, because if you had a suppressor, you'd know that you still dumped 30 rounds of ammo. Fantasies. Do you know if Rhodesian cam is available in Cordura? I don't know. I'm going to make some calls to metal supplier. Right on, dude. Just got parked. Hey, Jeremy Kirby, I have an order for Rallyman pouches. There is a note on there for TIFF blue thread. Is it the Rallyman pouches that you want the Tiffany blue thread on? Question mark. And it's okay, so speed of extraction and ease of use, Velcro. Security of items, or if noise discipline is an issue, then Fastex. It really just comes down to what you're carrying in it. Like for a flashlight, right? Maybe you want to be able to get a multi-tool out quietly. Maybe you want the Fastex buckle. But if we're talking like mounting day-to-day use, mounting it on a belt, 80% of it's what we sell is Velcro. Harry Potter promo, got it, okay. Get a grapple if you don't have one. It's the real game changer. Yep. And then which grapple do you get, right? Do you want a normal bucket with a grapple? Do you want a two-part grapple? Do you want a single-part top grapple? Do you want a root rake? Do you want a rock bucket? Man, there's so much stuff. Yeah, you absolutely, that is you want a grapple. Battle Chemist, what's up, buddy? Fastex is for kings. What's the king thing? I see that said. Is that an insult, or is that, what does that mean? Oh yeah, the tiger stripe rig is beautiful. Let's go into a group guy. That's Special Forces, if you don't know what that is. It's not for operational missions, obviously. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if we find pictures of this guy later. But this is it's going to a class. some friends of ours are going. Not an insult. Got it. What is a grapple? So on a skid steer, right, a bobcat, like a front end loader, you've got the bucket, right, that scoops and lifts things up. A grapple hydraulically opens up, so you can put that like a mouth. You can put that on a log and grab you when you push the little trigger, it'll close, and now you can lift logs up and move them around, or rail ties, or rocks. I wouldn't request different color on something unless I asked. No worries, Jeremy. No worries. Because there was no code on there. That's why we were asking. No code got on. No code was applied. So we weren't sure. My guy went to cut them today. He's like, hey, are these supposed to be TIFF? I go, it's Jeremy Kirby. He probably wants TIFF thread on them. So no worries. It's a bucket that has two arms, typically with hydraulic cylinders. It's like a giant hand that you can control really well. Yeah, you ever see an excavator, right? And it's got that thumb that picks up. It's like having two of those. After using brake cleaner on your shin, I'm not surprised you have frost. Well, brake cleaner is also good for poison ivy and poison oak. Urban Dictionary, king, a term of high respect and consolation used among usually young men. More personal and intense than simply, okay, got it. I wasn't sure if it was like gatekeeper thing or you know what. Because I'd seen it used towards some ham radio guys. Grapple equals, yeah, it's like kung fu grip. That's what they were taking in my shin. The Tiger Striker brig. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? You guys want a little secret? Yeah, I bet you do. If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret, would it? Look how beautiful these pants are. Look at them. Would you look at them? Just look at them. I can't remember if these are destroyers or above the law. I think these are the heavier ones. These are zip vents here. They have pockets all over them. Above the laws. I carry my Surefire stiletto there. I carry my Strider right here. I usually carry one of these right there. I had a funny thought about John doing an NPC live. We talked about NPCs quite a bit. $300 pants? No, those aren't. I don't think these even cost $150. I wear Katanica shorts. Now these are $165. Okay, and I know when they were $100, I'm like, there's no way I'm paying $100 for a pair of shorts. I buy all my shorts. I have probably 50 pairs of these. We bought them for all my guys. We bought them for my kids. They will last you forever. I'm in shorts until it's under 30 degrees. I'm in shorts, and then I'm in Cole pants, and I have dozens of pairs of these. This is what they look like when they patina up, and they have them anywhere from like $75 to 150 or so. I don't think they're even 150. And then like the riders, they look the same. They just have less features on them. They make an insulated version of them also. Could you get me to sew on pants? No, not a chance. Katanica pants come with pals on them, if you haven't seen Katanicas. You have a pair and you really like them? Nice. Yeah, I've worn them for years and years. If I find some good sturdy pants, I can keep my Milwaukee Reason knife, your razor knife. James always talked about rifle mag pouches that held 3 AR or 2 AK mags. Does that AK M4 rig do that? No, it holds 2 ARs or 2 AKs. I actually built and designed that rig for Kayla, his older daughter. I was coming back here to show you something. I don't know where it went. Maybe we put it on a roll. I'll bet they put it on a roll. Maybe they did not put it on a roll. There it is. Look at that. I'm going to get in Cole advertisements YouTube. They were really annoying. Man, guys, are you seeing these advertisements for fire? Like, we were talking bad about the Chinese government and our school shut down our club, and we knew we were being censored. I literally cannot watch 2 videos in a row on YouTube and not get that targeted advertising. I have the same knife for work. I love it. I love it. Amanda carries one too. But what you guys, some of you probably know, but some of you probably don't realize, people that you interact with on YouTube, you will see the videos that I watch will be offered to you guys because we interact on YouTube. And it's even more so, you can just be in proximity. My phone could be in proximity to your phone, and things that I have watched will get targeted towards you also. See, so much propaganda, it's like cross-referencing. Yep, yep. True Spec pants too, but the special run lines I've noticed. I don't know what we're talking about there. Have a pair, really like them for plumbing. I dig the Katanica shorts, but I blew out a pair of their jeans in a month. Crack house diving. So I have a pair of their jeans, but I don't wear denim. And I've never put them on. I have some pants, and I very much like their pants. They're RSPs. These are range pants, range shorts, and then they make a pair of pants that's just like the shorts with longer, legs. Recommended video that said other Wrangler Star fans liked this. That's awesome. Was it my video that they recommended? Any chance on a run of those pouches? What pouches, Mike? What are we talking about? All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here in a minute. We'll go for a couple more minutes here. Last questions, comments, statements, any gear you want to see? In the waistband mag pouches. Not us. No. Buy Kydex, guys. The truth is, and look, guys, I make this stuff, right? I sell a holster and mag pouches. If you guys are carrying a gun, that's because you intend to save the life of yourself or your loved one day, right? Nothing beats Kydex. Like if you're carrying a gun and a couple pistol mags, they should be in plastic. Everybody that works here, almost everybody that works here is carrying a gun. It's in a Kydex holster. It's right in the front, right? It's appendix carry. Almost all of it, even the women, they've got guns on, and they're carrying plastic, and I say plastic, they're Kydex, right? Green Force Tactical, Eclipse. I mean, you have tons. Pick the one you like, right? Whatever your favorite thing is. Get an appropriate, whether it's inside the waist or outside the waist, get something appropriate. You're never going to beat a good Kydex holster because you don't have to have the lid. You don't have to have that. It already has built-in retention. You could fall upside down. It's never going to come out. It's one less thing that you have to do to get those bullets out when you need them. And this whole shelf here, these are all pistol mag pouches. Singles, doubles, triples, and quads. That shelf too. These are all pistol mags. And I'm standing here telling you, Kydex pistol mag pouches are better for when you actually have to gunfight. Can you do a side-by-side FUPA and fan crack? Yeah. It's much smaller, man. It also, this opens all the way up. It'll clamshell out flat. This only unzips from here to here. I use this all the time. I carry 2 GoPros. I carry 4, 5, 6 extra GoPro batteries. I carry 3 or 4 headlamps. I carry flashlights. I carry a ton of lithium batteries. I carry 123s. I carry a half a roll of toilet paper flat in there. I've usually got some protein bars or power bars or something like that. Thing's jam full. I carry it as a crossbody bag. Just order a large tool bag. Thanks for the order, BeltFed. Eclipse holster ships in 3 business days. Amanda wears an Eclipse holster. A bunch of guys. We got sidecars in here. I'm friends with Christian Green. If you need a holster built like however you want it, Christian will build it. You want a holster flat inside your bag, Christian can build that. Like, I have tons of Green Force shit. We all do. True there. It's faster to reload on Kydex. Slide out, mag, grab. Absolutely. And just index it. Like, you guys should be doing that every night before you go to bed. Dry firing and magazine changes every night. You should use that. Should just be like brushing your, I mean, I know there's one of you guys probably that don't brush his teeth, but just like you brush your teeth and you pee before you go to bed, practice your draw strokes. I think they're the AK M4 pouch, Velcro, and buckle. He said you could put 3 AR mag. Yeah, he's talking about Rallyman mag pouches, buddy. This rig right here is the same pocket sets that are on the AK M4 Micro. You can do 2 M4 or 2 AKs in each of these. James ran the patrol mag pouches for years until I came out with the Rallyman pouch. The Rallyman pouch is a patrol magazine pouch. The lid just isn't sewn into the back. It's Velcro, so you have more adjustment. You could run 40 rounders and such in there. The Rallyman magazine pouch will carry 3 M4s, 2 AKs, or 2 308 mags. When people ask what all the squares of masking tape around my garage are for, I know I can't take them seriously. They better worry when they come on your property and you've got all those little wind flags and all those identifiers. Check out his holsters too. Appreciate recommendation. Hits you and others up here on different ideas. So wait, can I carry in your shop? So wait, can carry in the shop, get lunch, and gym. Yeah, I have a 200-yard range in the back too. We like, they shoot 50 cals back here, and we had a Mark 19. If you don't, it's a belt-fed grenade launcher. If you don't know what that is, we've had 240s out here. We've had 249s out. A bunch of belt-fed weapons shooting right in the back here. Cheap solar yardage for yardage. Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. Kestrel with wind vane permanently affixed to the front gate. Received your order, John Linton. What do you think of the sling, man? Is it what you'd hope for? Sorry, just tuned in. Do you have any woodland microwave? I don't, man. We had a bunch of them last week. They bought them all. They're open on the website. You can order them. We're batched up. You're going to get it in probably a week and a half, maybe. We're running them. Now, I get it. I ain't buying that and waiting for that. I totally understand, man. I wouldn't even do business with my company. I get it. I wouldn't do business with me. But I'm very, very lucky. I don't know if it's luck, right? I think it's earned. In 35 years of doing business, I have more people that want to buy everything I make than I can make products. And I know there's a free business advice guy typing right now that I should hire more people. You're right, but I live in the middle of nowhere, literally. I live in a county of under 6,000 people. There are 3,000 people in the town. We don't have a movie theater, so I live in the middle of nowhere. I homestead. I'm on 10 acres, and I literally wake up every morning and go, oh yeah, I don't have to do any of that stuff I don't want to do. So that's what I do. I just do stuff I want to do. It's awesome. Eventually, the wife, the kids, and I are leaving. Man, we're in California. We left San Diego and moved to middle of nowhere, Tennessee. It's great here, man. Like, you're in a slave state, and you can't. And I know you. I know you think you realize how bad it is. You really can't grasp how bad it is until you have been to freedom, and not visited, but like been to freedom for a couple of years, and then go back to California, because you're calibrated at a different level. When we left California, as soon as we crossed the Arizona border, we stopped at a gas station, and I bought Ninja Stars and fireworks. And me and the kids stood in the parking lot of the gas station and shot off fireworks. Dude, they would have arrested us so fast in California for that. Living in Cali is slow. Yeah, and this was 20 years ago. I currently live in Escondido. So we used to live San Marcos. Yep. We lived off the 78. We've lived off the 76. I've lived in off Winter Gardens in Lakeside. Grew up in Tierra Santa. My shop was on Coast Highway 234 in Oceanside. Amanda and I, it's the triangle, right? We just drove back and forth from each other's house and apartment with the kids. And I'm going to look at land in Black Hills at the end of the month, stuck in California. Black Hills, like South Dakota Black Hills. Do I have that right? Currently live in Escondido, San Marcos. Yeah, Leucadia, Encinitas, La Costa. Those are all my stomping grounds. Dirt bikes, man. Good, hardworking American. We get it. I'm hating Oregon too. I think there's some good. Is all Oregon like Washington, right? There's some good parts. We really don't have like blue states. We have all red states with like little pockets of ridiculousness. I mean, if you look at California, for as much shit as we talk about California, the majority of California hates California, right? They're trying to secede. Washington used to be decent when I was a kid. Well, I mean, where Cody lives looks beautiful. I'm from the red portion of Washington State. Good state, but laws trickling from California, moving up here. Living the dream, my friend, trying to move down there myself. Guys, we're going to have Self-Reliance Festival here. We've got real estate agents that do homesteading stuff. You should come out here. Like, come out for the week and just drive around. Go to Nashville. Go to Chattanooga is amazing. It's beautiful in Chattanooga. Washington is red. Surface area, the cities Indian reservations and university towns are deep blue. Ever plan on doing the visor cover? Yeah, for sure. We ran visor covers several times. We usually run them in batches of like 100. They like, guys. I know people think they're like, are you ever gonna do this? We did them over and over and over. We have a text app, and I know it sounds like pressure sales. I am the worst salesman. Um, we send a text out 7 days a week, and we typically show you what was built that day. That shit sells out. We have an email that goes out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I would say 75% of the stuff we make that gets shown on text, it never makes it to the email. Never. Everything we make, and I know people think that like it's a sales tactic. It's not, man. We sell all of our shit. People buy our stuff and sell it for more than retail. The problem come when the red states get a blue government. Yeah, well, they buy them, right? They install those people. Got the text now. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, man. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. We've gone what 105 minutes. Wow. We've got a lot of videos on YouTube. If you want to see what we're about, you can see from like the beginning to current. It's like a diary every day almost. 4,000 videos on YouTube. Little different content on Instagram and TikTok. I'm there also. And just jump on. And if somebody replies to you, like sometimes in the YouTube comments, one of my guys will comment. But you'll know if it's me because it'll be misspelled and it really won't make coherent sense. But on any of the other platforms, if you get a reply, that's always me. So reach out.